Is this the best business class in North America? Welcome aboard this Air Canada Boeing 777-200LR from Vancouver to Toronto. Hello, and welcome to DanFliesTheMile. Now if you're new, my name is Daniel, and I'm an aviation enthusiast. And I love flying on different airlines to experience the best that each of them have to offer. And I'm also a credit card and airline mile strategist, and I love being able to fly on premium products without breaking the bank. So if you want to experience different airlines through my lens, or learn more about airline and credit card miles, do follow and subscribe, and watch out for the next video. This was the second sector of my Round the World in 3 days Star Alliance Gold status run. I was originally booked to fly on economy class, but my upgrade bid was accepted 48 hours before the flight at slightly above the minimum bid. A key point to note is that Air Canada operates both narrow bodies and wide bodies on this domestic route, so choose wisely. This gave me a chance to try out the Air Canada Signature Business Class product, as my upgrade bid for the first Singapore to Vancouver sector was rejected. But I was super nervous about my 50-minute connection. This also meant not having time to check out any of the Air Canada lounges in Vancouver, and I could only check out both the Maple Leaf Transporter Lounge as well as the Air Canada Cafe in Toronto upon arrival. The Air Canada Maple Leaf Transporter Lounge only serves flights departing from Canada to the United States. This lounge has a small selection of F&B, including wines and beers, but however, the food is only alright. The lounge also has showers and is alright overall, but it's nothing compared to the Air Canada Signature Suite Lounge. This is only accessible to revenue business class passengers and pricier redemption awards. Time to board this Air Canada Boeing 777-200LR, which features its old livery as compared to some of the newer Boeing 789s, for example. This features a 1-2-1 layout reverse herringbone business class seat with direct aisle access. While it lacks some modern features like sliding doors and wireless charging pads, it's still a pretty comfortable seat and gets the job done. From the seat side touch panel, there is a wide range of customization options for the seat. The storage compartment holds the headphones, as well as a handheld IFE controller, power plugs, as well as plugs for the audio jack. On the side facing the aisle, there is also an adjustable armrest. There is a nifty seat side reading light in addition to the overhead lights, and the tray table is also firm and sturdy. I was blown away by Air Canada's safety video, which takes you on a scenic journey through Canada. The menu is also very comprehensive and offers course-by-course dining similar to the international routes. The only difference is sparkling wine instead of champagne. While headphones are given, there are no amenity kits or slippers on this domestic flight. However, this is the Aqua di Parma amenity kit which I received on my long-haul flight from Singapore to Vancouver. Time to check out the lavatories. I'm a big fan of the maple leaf decor in the Air Canada lavatories. The best part, the windows in the lavatories, which give me fantastic views, especially when all the window seats were taken on this flight. Heading back to my seat, I settled in to check out the IFE. The content is similar to what is found in the economy class cabin, and generally, there is a wide range of movies which are also fairly recent and updated. There is also Wi-Fi on board, which fortunately doesn't require an Aeroplan account for business class passengers and clocked decent Wi-Fi speeds. While the IFE also has a menu interface, it strangely showed only the economy class menu. The lovely crew came around with hot towels to kick off meal service, and I had great chats with them along the way. Lunch service started off with warm nuts and a choice of drink, and I went for the sparkling wine. Next up, for appetizers, there was a salad as well as a salmon and avocado tartare. For the main course, I opted for a red wine braised beef, which was tender and delicious. Lastly, for desserts, I opted for a cappuccino, cheesecake and fruits. Is this the best airline in North America? I've got 3 reasons why I like Air Canada so far. First, both the economy and business class cabins are very great and comfortable. So the business cabin is in a 1-to-1 configuration, and even on this older 777, it is still a fairly new cabin and it feels very comfortable and spacious. In economy class, the seat recline and the seat space is also quite comfortable, especially for long haul flights. The second thing is catering and the food. So in both economy class from Singapore to Vancouver, and also now in business class from Vancouver to Toronto, the catering has been delicious. And even though this is a domestic sector in business class, the food is actually quite comparable to the international business class sector, with the only exception that there is sparkling wine instead of champagne. But still, you get the full, course by course dining, as well as a wide selection of wines and beverages. So yeah, good job on that. Now the third thing is the crews, and honestly on both flights from Singapore to Vancouver and Vancouver to Toronto, the crews have been amazing, very friendly and genuinely warm. So one example I'll give is from Singapore to Vancouver. Even though I was on economy class, the crews were very accommodating to let me have a look at the business class menu, and they even tried to find an extra business class amenity kit for me. When they couldn't find an extra Aqua di Parma kit at first, they offered me a very nice tote bag with some amenities in there, which I believe is from premium economy class. And also on my current flight, the crews are very friendly as well, very professional, and at the same time very accommodating. And when they know that I was an aviation fan, they also gave me this very cool Air Canada pin. I was impressed that Air Canada gives beddings including a pillow, blanket and duvet for this 4.5-hour domestic flight. The crew also kindly offered their assistance to set up the bed, but it was fairly easy to do it yourself. The seat is pretty comfortable in lie flat bed mode, and I was able to get a nice power nap. The crew came by with snack baskets before we commenced our descent to Toronto, and I tried one of the spicy ginger drinks, which was really spicy. I also checked out the economy and premium economy cabins, which are similar to what you see on the Boeing 787-9s. I was seated in the smaller business class cabin in the rear. After landing, I checked out the larger cabin in the front. I bid goodbye to the lovely crew and was also invited to check out the Boeing 777-200LR cockpit. It was my first time in this aircraft's cockpit, and it was a really cool sight as an aviation fan. Thankfully, I had a more comfortable 3.5-hour transit in Toronto, which allowed me to check out the lounges after US pre-clearance. My final Air Canada sector from Toronto to Boston was on the Airbus A220-300, which features a 2-2 layout recliner business class seat and a 3-2 layout economy class seat. These come with seatback IFE as well as power plugs, which is great for a narrow body. After takeoff, drinks and a biscuit were served for this 1 hour 44-minute flight to Boston. I was also delighted to learn that some of the crew who operated the earlier Vancouver to Toronto flight were also operating on this Toronto to Boston flight. I was also invited to check out the A220 cockpit, and the pilots gave me a set of Air Canada wings as a lovely parting gift to mark a lovely set of flights with Air Canada.